Good morning everyone. I am Flordeliz by Rambo, and I am the last supporter of the Group 9, the 7 Philosophies of Education. So, behaviorism offers advantage like structured teaching methods, enhance students' engagement, and effective behavior management, which can contribute to a more conducive learning environment. So why teach? Behaviorist goals are concerned with the modification and shaping of students' behavior by providing for a favorable environment since they believe that they are a product of their environment. So we teach behaviorism in schools in order to improve students' engagement, which can help create a more conducive learning environment. So the other reason of the is to manage student behavior. So behaviorism can help teachers influence how students believe in the classroom. So teach new information, it can be used to teach new information through reinforcement and punishment. Then the last is understand student behavior. So to make things clear, we need to understand the behavior of the students because they have different home environment and lifestyle that can impact their behavior. So what to teach? Because behaviorists look at people and animals as complex combination of matter that acts only in response to internally or externally generated physical stimuli. Behaviorist teachers teach students to respond favorably to various stimuli in the environment. So teachers use behaviorism to show students how they should react and respond to certain stimuli. So there are some teaching strategies for effective teaching in behaviorism. So first is the real life examples. So we use everyday examples to illustrate the principles of conditioning. Next is classroom activities. So teachers engage students in hands-on activities that demonstrate the principles of behaviorism, such as role-playing and conducting simple experiments. Next is discussion. So encourage students critical thinking by discussing the strength and limitation of behaviorism and its application in various settings. And the last is ethical consideration. Address the ethical implication using reinforcement and punishment techniques, but not an abusive punishment. So, how to teach? Behaviorist teachers also arrange environment conditions so that students can make the responses to stimuli. So behaviorism can be applied in the classroom through techniques such as positive reinforcement and modeling to encourage desired behaviors and promote a positive learning environment. This needs to be done in a repetitive way. So regularly remind students what behaviors a teacher is looking for. So positive reinforcement is a key in the behavioral learning theory. Teachers should explain acceptable and unacceptable classroom behaviors to students. So now let's proceed to linguistic philosophy. So, linguistic philosophy is a school of thought that believes many philosophical differences and problems can be resolved through language. Specifically, people need to understand and use the everyday language everyone uses in a better way. So, why this? To develop the communication skills of the learner because the ability to articulate to voice out the meaning and values of things that one obtained in his or her experience of life and world is the very essence of one. So why teach? It is important to teach because it helps people understand how language is used, developed, and taught in everyday discourse. So it can also help people understand how language can lead to misunderstanding and miscommunication. So, what to teach? Learners should be taught to communicate clearly, how to send clear, concise messages, and how to receive and correctly understand messages sent. So teaching clear communication is for learners to thrive in all areas of life. It's about more than just knowing words. It's about understanding how to send messages effectively. So making they are the concise and tailored to the audience. So equally important is teaching learners how to actively listen, ask clarifying questions, and ensure that they truly understand what being said. By mastering these skills, learners will build stronger relationships, collaborate effectively, and avoid misunderstanding. So there are three ways of communication: the verbal, non-verbal, and paraverbal. So the verbal is component refers to the content of our message, the choice and arrangement of our words. So this can be oral or written. So the non-verbal components refers to the message we send through our body language. So mo na yung mga gipang gamit sa like sa mga di kabalo mo istorya din kasagaran pag naimpangutan na kung layo ra ay itudlo na lang kung dili ba istorya kung unsay iyang dapat istorya. So the last is the paraverbal component refers to how we say, what we say, the tone, pacing, and volume of our voices. So example, manguta na ay kanang moingon siya I'm fine, pero dito ang iyang base sa iyang voice tone dili siya ka convince nga fine siya kay dili man nga murag excited ang iyang pagtubag, murag siya luya. So dili ta ma-convince nga okay ra siya kay sumoto nga luya ang iyang pagtubag. Dapat kung moingog fine di kanang more on excitement. So diri sa paraverbal hibaw-an nato kung sa iyang voice tone o sa iyang dagway kung unsay iyang buot pasabot o unsay iyang dapat ipaabot sa receiver. So let's proceed to how to teach. So the most effective way to teach the language and communication is the experiential way. This means creating immersive experience where learner actively use the language in real world scenarios. Think like role-playing, simulation group, and senses, and projects, and interactive games. So by engaging all senses, encouraging collaboration, and making learner relevant. So you can help students truly master communication skills. So that's all for the report of Group 9, the 7 Philosophies of Education.